I'm Oscar.
And I'm Dan.
And today we're in
Paraguay.
I'm Oscar.
And I'm Dan.
And today we're in
Paraguay.
Country number 81.
Previously on Oscar and Dan. Today is our last day in Sao Paulo.
Tomorrow we're actually heading to Paraguay. You good?
Alright, yep.
Thanks. Okay, we'll step out of the car now.
Good morning.
Bom dia.
As always, we pushed it way too much when we stay at an airport hotel when we have a morning flight. We're like, yeah, we only need to leave 30 minutes before checking clothes, so we're waiting for our Uber. We sent him a message because so many Ubers cancel on you here. We were like, please don't cancel. We desperately need you.
We will tip you a lot.
Oh, yeah, is it?
Airport.
Yes, thanks. The chaos and the stress. Oh, we made it through. I love how we do this and we're like, okay, this is not a good idea, but we're definitely going to do it again. But we've never ever missed a flight.
Not
full-time travel. We're tipping our driver double the ride
double
amount.
double the maximum tip as well, because he deserves it.
So why are we flying to Iguaçu Falls? Well, two reasons. First of all, it was cheap, much cheaper than flying to Asuncion, because we're actually flying to the Brazilian side, and then we'll cross into Ciudad Del Este, which we'll talk about a little more shortly. This is one of those extremely rare times. Almost anywhere you go in the world, they announce things in English at the airport, but not here.
Guys, what the hell? We had no idea there would be screens.
So this is amazing. The flight was still overpriced, but it's a 1 hour and something flight.
Go Azul. You're doing great.
You're doing great, sweetie. Made it to Foz Iguaçu.
People essentially come to Foz do Iguaçu for two reasons. Number one is to see the Iguaçu Falls, which is the biggest waterfall in the world. Number two is to go over to Paraguay, to Ciudad Del Este, to essentially go shopping because it's so much cheaper. And you can tell because pretty much all the advertisements in the entire airport are for different shopping malls in Ciudad Del Este. To the border, or at least the beginning of the 1 hour line across the border.
Alright, we're at immigration. We left literally everything we own apart from our passports in the car. Put in trust.
Got that beautiful exit stamp onto Paraguay.
Contrast on this side of the border. It's buzzing with life. There's stalls, there's high rises. Oh my god, so excited.
Oh my god, the ultimate proof that all North Europeans look the same.
They used my passport for him and his passport for me.
Without even batting an eye. Oh my god.
But we are in Paraguay, country 81. Bye bye border. Hello, Ciudad del Este. We made it! We're here. Nos estamos en Paraguay.
Estamos, ¿no?
Oh, estamos
En Paraguay.
en Paraguay.
So the history of this country of Paraguay is quite interesting. In comparison to pretty much all the other South American countries, it's been quite isolated for pretty much its entire history. The capital of Asuncion never really had any strategical importance to the Spanish who colonized this area because it was just too far away from the coast or anything of strategic importance. The country also fought a range of really devastating wars with Brazil, Argentina, and Uruguay, and the sad result was unfortunately that the country became quite impoverished and didn't really receive any access to the ocean or any strategic rivers or anything like that. As a result, there aren't really too many tourist sites to see. There aren't necessarily colonial towns or old temples, but Ciudad Del Este, where we're staying, is a very interesting town that has sort of thrived off its location right next to the Brazilian border, and we are going to try to make the most of it and see what this side of Paraguay is all about.
Hola mis amigos. Yo soy Cintia Fontaine.
Everybody loves my cuckoo.
I'm so hungry, sorry, that's why I can't concentrate. We haven't had anything to eat today and it's 1 p.m. Look at the room, it's cute. This place is $50 for one night. Now let's go eat because we're about to collapse. So there's one vegan restaurant in our neighborhood and it's really far away.
How are we gonna walk there? Come on.
Woo!
You have got to be kidding.
As we said, the restaurant is really far away.
We just exited there. Here we are.
Not bad, not bad. Look at this.
We're getting to try some local specialties too, I think. Okay. It seems like we're staying in some sort of Chinatown. There's Chinese stores and restaurants pretty much everywhere on this street.
Next to our hotel is also a Korean food store. If you didn't know, we lived in Korea for half a year during college. Look, Oscar, look what they have. Auténtico sabor coreano. Oscar, acai VIP.
That's what I was saying. Hey, do you want to get an AirPod? No, not AirPods, just single AirPod.
As you can see, a lot of stores behind us seem to have closed down due to the pandemic. But what even is Ciudad Del Este and why are we here?
Ciudad Del Este is the second largest city in Paraguay.
But the city pretty much grew to the size it is because it's a tax-free shopping haven for Brazilians coming right across the border. And here is our first mall we're going to. It's a fascinating type of place when everything here is built around stores and shopping. I love the energy so far, honestly.
It's vibrant, for sure. There's a lot going on. Despite what you might think about Ciudad del Este, it's quite international. In the span of about half an hour now, we're going to travel to Paris and then to China inside this mall.
I guess the art here in the elevator is supposed to be Paris inspired on these massive flower things. You know what's funny is that Sweden is not really a country of malls at all, so we didn't grow up with going to malls until we started spending so much time in Southeast Asia. And now every time we go into a mall, we're like,
it feels like home. My question is, how big are the savings here? Like, how much do you actually save by going here versus buying in Brazil?
While we didn't get a complete answer to that question, we did check lots of prices, especially on electronics. From what we saw, prices here were significantly higher than in the United States and even higher than at home in Sweden, which is notoriously expensive.
Maybe electronics are just super overpriced in Brazil, we don't know, so if anyone from Brazil or Paraguay has an explanation, feel free to comment below.
Fly Time, a drone store.
There are literally so many drone stores here, it's crazy.
Now we're just wandering around the mall.
This is mall number one of a few that we're trying to see.
How to sightsee in Paraguay, go to malls. I wouldn't have known that was a thing until a few days ago.
It's Christmas already in Paraguay.
What on earth?
I mean, I'm not even in the Halloween spirit yet, and here it's full out Christmas.
I think it's time to watch Love Actually, Oscar. Alert, alert, we found something that we actually need that I was gonna order on Amazon. USB-A to USB-C adapter, $2 directly into the Paraguay economy. Let's work.
Our next mall looks kind of half finished. Maybe they're doing some renovations and expansions, but we'll see.
There's nothing inside. Oskar said he thinks Saks is the fanciest mall. I don't know if it's Saks Fifth Avenue. It's locked. I'm surprised.
También gracias.
He just tried to sell us a taser.
Why would you ever decline that?
I know, right? But Saks is closed, so...
It's closed.
Yes.
Oh god. Even Mona Lisa's closed.
This is when it became even more evident just how devastating COVID had been to Ciudad del Este. From that point on, almost every mall we saw was closed.
It's quite sad to see in a place like this how affected it's been by the pandemic. This city thrives on Brazilian tourists crossing the border to go shopping pretty much, and obviously that took a complete halt for about a year, and it seems like they haven't exactly rebounded from that just yet. There's still quite a lot of devastation, and that's really sad to see. Getting some agua fría. ¿Tiene aguas más grandes que esas? The woman who sold us the water was so cute. She was like, take very good care at night. Don't go out past dark. Stay very careful, really.
So it's always an adventure. The places in the world where we buy underwear and socks especially are just the most random combinations. And sometimes you're like, damn, I got such a good deal on such good underwear in Istanbul. Just wish we could go back there to buy that, which obviously is not worth it. So we didn't have much luck in the stores. We're trying a much more fun place, the markets.
Yeah.
We found a smorgasbord of underwear. They really have so many.
It's crazy. It's huge.
Guys, they even have Calvin Chloe here.
Oh my god. ¿Hay mediano?
Este es el más chico.
They were okay, but they were all XL and there were no other sizes.
Very anticlimactic, but I think we're gonna have to give up at this point. We didn't find anything that met our needs.
So, we're at dinner now, and you may be wondering, Oskar Dan, again with the Asian food. Now let me tell you this, we just read that there are a ton of immigrants here, especially from Taiwan, which is one of our favorite countries. We love Asian food and it's quite easy to veganize, so that's why.
Why are we like this? Especially at Chinese restaurants, we always get way too much food. But we always finish it somehow, so no waste here, but still. Alright, we are full, bellies filled, sun is setting, so we're gonna be good boys and go to our hotel so that we don't walk the streets at night, as we were told.
Buenos dias. It's day 2 in Paraguay. Well, we're about to go to the gym, which happens so often. More often for Oskar, but when we travel, I'm like, I think I need to sleep and rest up before this exhausting day. Wow, this is so cool. We see the bridge over to Brazil. Wow.
I told you, it's nice.
When people say come to Brazil, but you can't because you're only walking on a treadmill. Brazil, I'm coming, but I'm not getting any closer. First, we're leaving our bags downstairs, and then we're going to the dam.
Itaipu Dam.
Itaipu Dam is the largest dam in South America and sits on the border between Brazil and Paraguay. It's about a 15-minute drive from Ciudad del Este.
While in the taxi, we noticed our driver was drinking something we'd read about the day before. Paraguay's national drink, tereré, a beverage similar to normal South American mate tea, but made with cold instead of hot water. ¿Una bebida fría o
Fría.
caliente?
No, fría.
Fría.
Hielo.
La bebida más famosa de Paraguay, ¿no?
Cultura paraguaya.
Sí. Since we asked about it, our driver insisted we try it ourselves.
Okay, roadside tereré.
¿Seguro para los gringos? Fingers crossed. I asked if it was safe for gringos.
And he said,
I think it's
Ese es viejo ya. Viejo.
okay. Okay.
It's like so herbal. It tastes like drinking herb.
Es muy fuerte.
Muy fuerte.
Dice,
pero
muy fuerte.
Después ya no es más fuerte.
Okay. So I guess it's like when it's newly brewed like this, it's stronger.
Oh, so you keep reusing the same herbs.
I think so, yeah.
So Oscar, you gotta try because this is...
It's an experience. It smells strong too. Wow. Interesante. It tastes a little bit like drinking water that's been filtered through grass.
Now we're heading to what used to be the biggest dam in the world, Zane. They're playing Swedish House Mafia. In Brazil they played it, here they're playing it. We don't play it anymore in Sweden, but I'm glad people still listen to it.
Carrying on the legacy.
2.200 metros cúbicos por segundo, unas 40 veces superior al caudal promedio de las cataratas del Iguaçu.
Cool. Luxury treatment.
Yep.
What a nice bus. What is this?
I had no idea how big of a deal this actually was. 90% of Paraguay's electricity needs are covered by this dam alone.
And 17% of the entire country of Brazil's energy needs. Made it!
Damn, Daniel. So this part right behind me is where they open the gates to kind of level out the water levels in the reservoir. And then over there is where they actually produce all the electricity. And so they only open these doors about 4 or 5 times a year, he said.
So freaking crazy. It feels almost like you want to insert interstellar music. It's like some larger than life space sort of thing. It's such a weird feeling being close to something so massive and makes you feel so vulnerable, thinking at any moment, what if this collapses? Of course it won't, but that's what you can't help thinking. The soundtrack of this place, right now at least, is Harry Styles. So we stand. Right now it really sucks not to speak Spanish, although I can say me gusta abuela because I can't understand what the guide is saying, so he's just talking to Oscar and I'm just sitting here like me gusta bailar.
Before they constructed the dam, there was basically nothing here. It's also very cool to see such a huge construction that is really a collaboration between two countries, like between Brazil and Paraguay, and they managed to build this together. It's quite amazing. And the name Itaipu apparently comes from the local indigenous language called Guarani, and it means, well, piedra que suena, which I guess would mean like rock that makes noise, sounding rock, something like that.
Now we get our bags and we head back to Brazil.
I know that now we're in Paraguay, but when we saw this beautiful Brazilian Guaraná, we couldn't resist. So good, Brazilians. You are lucky you have this drink everywhere.
On that Guaraná note, we are heading back to Brazil. More adventures await.
Next time on Oskar and Dan.
It's about to get really, really wet. This is insane. So freaking cool.